left, it feels like. He called, like, Pete Buttigieg, like, a rat or something just recently.
Recently? Okay, this gotta be a fucking Epstein fan. There's no shot, dude. I call Pete Buttigieg a rat. La rata. Literally, what, 5 years ago at this point? 6 years ago? God damn. Okay, we got to move on to fun stuff. Here's Lollapalooza.
I usually do intro videos, but I feel that this is warranted.
This is Rick Strom, who is a friend of mine, who is at TYT. He was doing TYT Sports, and I think he still is doing TYT Sports. He went to Lollapalooza and apparently had a Hasan Piker placard.
So I decided, because of how divided we are when it comes to our politics, to ask Gen Z, Millennials, Gen Alpha, essentially the base of who attends Chicago's music festival, Lollapalooza, how they felt about class politics, the top 1%, and more importantly, one of the most important voices on the left in the year of our Lord 2025, Hasan Piker. So I went out there with a sign simply asking, do you like Hasan Piker? Here are the responses.
That's insane.
Before we get into it, please, as every other slop tuber says, like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go.
Who is Hasan Piker?
Who is Hasan Piker?
Twitch streamer.
Oh.
Hell no, I don't.
Why not?
He's a bitch, bro.
Oh, dude.
Hell no, I don't.
You know what's really funny? I can see a Nelk boy in the wild. Like, I can smell a Nelk boy, okay? And it's so funny because their favorite podcasters love me. So you got these doughboys who are like, oh, dude, I rip darts, dude. I rip darts, brother. I get Cindy with it. That was from Naperville. Yeah. This is the type of dude who's like, who lives by the word of Theo Von and doesn't realize that, like, I was interviewed by Theo Von. You know what I mean?
Why not?
He's a bitch, bro.
There's one response.
I love Hasan Piker. We hate Hasan Piker.
Why?
No. Am I supposed to be a yes or a no?
Sorry?
I'm a no.
You're a no?
Yeah.
Jacob, come on.
All answers are why. Jacob, come on!
Hasan Piker, hell yeah.
You want to tell him why?
'Cause he's out there telling the truth every day about, you know, Palestine and shit like that.
I know he's a Twitch streamer, and I know he's a self-proclaimed socialist. I think Hasan Piker is a bit of a performative socialist. A lot of his policies don't align with, like, hardcore socialist and communist values. I think he's pretty good because he is bringing those ideas to the mainstream, but he's not doing it in a way that's true to, like, socialist and communist values. In the end, he's a liberal. That's it. He's a liberal.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. He's right. This is a real socialist. Are you listening? I'm listening. I'm tuned in. I'm locked in, baby.
Can I ask one follow-up? Yeah. Where do you think he's fallen short, in your opinion? What specific?
Not radical enough. Genuine, like, change in the system, because all of his proposed policies aren't bad. They would help people, but he's doing those within the confines of the system that we already have. He's not looking outside of the system and saying what needs to be changed within it, which is the problem with a lot of liberals. I'm a communist. So the people that are further to the center, they don't imagine. They don't have hope. They don't.
A real socialist is talking, listen and learn. I know. I'm muted. I'm muted. I'm muted. He's like, I'm a communist. Why is Hasan not leading the vanguard in an armed revolution?
They're not. People in the 60s thought of peace and utopia and hope and all of those things. Those were the people you look for ideals. Hasan Piker is just he's a Twitch streamer who makes money. He's fine. He's okay.
I love Hasan Piker.
Why do you love Hasan Piker?
I'm a HasanAbi head 100%. I love him because I feel like he's so accessible to people who aren't, like, usually into politics a lot. And, like, I just love, like, the way that he...
Let's go!
I don't know, the way he focuses on, like, what's important to him. And, like, he doesn't, like, falter on that. I love Hasan Piker.
I used to watch H3 podcast. I don't know about Hasan Piker, but I am team Trisha Paytas. So, frenemies.
Why is that?
she's just an icon, and I feel like Ethan's a little too controversial nowadays. I don't know, but Hila's a queen. Hila's a queen.
And if you had a message for Ethan, what would it be?
Lock in, start making jokes, funny content again.
Stick to the goofs and gaps.
Not all this controversial stuff.
This person, if you were to ask this person about like Israel Palestine, I think she would just be like, I don't know, is that a soccer team? Like the way that some people live, the way that some people exist in our universe, like we're living on the same planet, and they are so happy and so oblivious to everything else that's going on. It's got to be awesome. Like, yeah, same server, but I guess they got crazy ping.
I'm just trying to like listen to you while I drive. I don't need all this education, you know. I'm just trying to laugh. Thank you very much. I hope Ethan sees it.
Honestly, I used to think that, you know, online presence, streaming and all of that was kind of pointless for any kind of leftist praxis. But after seeing the rise of people like Asmongold and all these other major streamers that are just peddling really staunchly far-right opinions, and seeing how quickly younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha are being radicalized, I started to understand the importance of vaguely, like, you know, social democrat, just any kind of somewhat left and liberal.
Thank God, dude. I've been screaming about the importance of propaganda for the longest goddamn time. Something that billionaires very much understand, which is precisely the reason why they fund everything from mainstream publications all the way down to like independent YouTube channels, you know?
Liberal streamer who combats and calls out these people on their grifting and on what they're doing. So I think he plays a really important role in the online space on kind of guiding people away from that right-wing radicalization. I kind of learned about him through, you know, like my friend Twitter posts and whatnot, and just seeing like, oh, this guy is one of the few people online with a large following that's actually spreading leftist politics, especially important right now. You know, a lot of us live in the imperial core. This is the most powerful country in the world. It is causing so much catastrophe globally, and to be able to understand and recognize your role as a working class citizen of America, and not only trying to deconstruct imperial power from the inside, but being aware of what your country is doing is so important. And I think it's really good that Hasan Piker's out here spreading that message and kind of getting young men away from like typical liberal schools of thought and far-right schools of thought.
Do you have any feedback for him?
I think that he could spend a little more time promoting various leftist literature, but I understand that just going like full on Marx and everything on Twitter isn't the greatest idea, because of like, you know, the Red Scare and its resulting propaganda is still deep in the heart of America.
I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it. That's part of it. But that's not the whole part of it. The reason why I don't do it is because it's also, unfortunately, something that people have to go on their, something that they need to venture on in their own time, because it's boring. Okay, I already read the books. I try to factor that into my commentary, and I do factor that into my commentary when I'm doing commentary on anything.
Like if you even say even like just saying you're a socialist, like look at Zoran and look at like how he's getting bashed for being a Muslim and a socialist, and he's not even like full on like revolutionary socialist. He's just a democratic socialist. He still gets millions and millions of dollars sent against him in slander ads from Cuomo, from every single major news agency. Yup. So it's just like, I understand for optics to avoid anything really, really far left publicly, because once you start saying that, you immediately get shut off from a lot of people that would otherwise be open to listening to your ideas. So I think how he's operating right now is ideal.
If I said yes, how would that make you feel?
I love Hasan Piker.
Why?
I love Hasan Piker because he does what needs to be done.
I'll be real. I think it's pretty neutral on the guy. Like, I think that there's some things where, you know, he's living in a very nice house and stuff like that, and I think that there's some valid criticism, but I think it gets overblown because people, you know, hate socialists or whatever.
No hate to this guy, but does he think you're not a self-described socialist? One thing that you will notice is that because Twitch is a medium that requires like 8 hours, or at least like a couple hours of undivided attention for the most part, many people only keep up with whatever I'm doing through clips. And for that reason, if there are more clips that are just constantly railing against a position that I do not hold, then there's going to be a lot of people who just have no clue what I'm about or what I believe. That's it. It's the plague of clip farming. It's the clip economy. So that's the reason why even in the wild, you got dudes who with me that don't fully understand what I advocate for, and plenty who don't, who definitely do not understand what I advocate for at all. I love that the neutral guy's main criticism is that I have a nice house.
Whatever I don't know. I think most of it overall is like overblown.
Which part?
Like the people keep bringing up the house, but like it's like a $1 million house or whatever. But like every house in that part of LA is gonna be it's LA. Like what the do you want him to do? Like rent a property? Like live in an apartment? Like he has the money, and I get that as a streamer you need like the house, you need like the kind of security that comes with having your own private property. You know, you don't know who that's gonna like try to break in or shit like that. Like if he gets doxxed, like he can like bring security into his house and stuff. So like.
So to be clear, are you being critical of it, or are you being critical of the people who are critical?
I'm critical of the people who are critical of it because I just think it's like overblown. I think he's done anything like predacious. Like you see so many Twitch streamers, you know, shill kick, like, and like all the fucking gambling sites. Like what the fuck is the one, Stake and shit like that. So like. Even if he's getting the money, I think, in a more honest way than the guys who are criticizing him. Like, you see, like, XQC criticize him. XQC's fucking getting his entire fan base addicted to, like, stake gambling and shit like that, using, like, house fucking money, betting, like, billions of dollars that he doesn't fucking have. Like, I think, overall, like, so what if Hasan Piker has a fucking $1 million house?
I like him. You know, he's not perfect, but... I think that, oh, no one, right, who is, yeah. But, like, I think that we need more leftists out here talking and, you know, defending rights and working with solidarity, and I think that he teaches intersectionality in some pretty interesting ways. I like that.
Do you have any feedback for him?
I don't know, talk to more black femme voices or colored, BIPOC femme voices. I think that he talks to a lot of people. He does a lot of things. He gets bros and a lot of people in the higher things in there, but like, you know, it's about getting us all together. So I would love for him to talk to some people who he normally doesn't talk to, and like not in like a debate bro-y way, but just like connect with people who like, you know, wouldn't normally talk to him. Connect with people who are like in the trap. Connect with people who are like in rural locations, you know, like come at, you know, some other people's levels. He's very LA is what I'll say. He's very pretty boy LA, which is cool. We love our pretty boys, but.
Do you have a few people you could recommend to him right now?
I think
I'm going to collaborate with, when I'm in Chicago, speaking of which, I'm going to be collaborating with the Jam podcast. Most likely going to go on the Jam podcast. I think we secured some time to do it together as well. You guys might remember JJ from the DNC. They're doing a great job.
Princess Weeks is pretty cool. I think if I'm saying like, you know, JD Signifier is pretty rad. There's also Chicano.
JD Signifier. JD. That's funny. Close enough.
Voices. There's also indigenous voices. He's just rad. He's rad. He's big time. He's LA. He's pretty. But you know, get to some low time, dirty, not so homely folks. Get to all of us. But thanks for what you do.
I love Hasan Piker.
Why do you love Hasan Piker?
I like watching his streams while I work because it keeps me company.
Do you have any feedback for him?
Ooh, he could do better gaming commentary. I feel like he gets a little boring when he plays games.
How did you first discover him?
Oh, I used to be an H3 podcast fan.
When did you defect?
He started being like super negative towards Hasan, and I was like, your arguments don't make any sense. You're incorrect.
I feel like he doesn't like America. I feel like he is
Whoa, brother. Bro's wearing a MASH shirt while saying, I feel like he doesn't like America. Dog, you're wearing a MASH shirt. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Constantly supporting the the anti-American part, like anti-America stuff. He consistently fights against the left. It feels like he called like Pete Buttigieg like a rat or something just recently.
Recently. Okay, this gotta be a fucking Epstein fan. There's no shot, dude. I call Pete Buttigieg a rat, la rata, literally, what, 5 years ago at this point? 6 years ago? God damn.
A rat.
Also, Pete Buttigieg is the left.
And so like stuff like that continues to persist throughout his viewing stuff. I don't watch too much like online media, alternative media. I watch more like mainstream stuff, but from what I see from that's my opinion.
You don't get it. MASH is now post-ironic and is now a call to patriotism. This guy wearing a MASH t-shirt and is like, Hasan hates America. Why, dude? Is it is it because I think the Vietnam War was bad and wrong? Much to consider here. Bro, you weren't alive when MASH was a thing? I mean, I wasn't either, but like, I know what it is. It's just like funny. It's funny to have like Korean War, sorry. It's just like it sounds like it comes across like a bit. Dude saw one 9/11 clip and formed his entire opinion off you of that. I mean, it's fine. It is.
So when you said that he's giving anti-American perspectives, what do you mean by that?
I mean, he's definitely like he's against what any party that runs America he's against. So I mean, in Joe Biden's presidency, he was consistently shitting on the Democrats or.
Wait, this guy says he doesn't follow a lot of online content, but it feels like he's regurgitating some of the most hyper online community's criticisms of me. So I don't really understand. Also, he's talking to Rick, who knows what my opinions are and has known me for years and years.
The party who's running the America, which would be against America in my opinion. And then, I mean, obviously with Donald Trump, he's against that, which I think a lot of us are, which makes sense. But I think there's more.
Oh, I'm shitting on Donald Trump, but not in like the right way. I'm shitting on Donald Trump in like a anti-American kind of way.
Like, it's hard for me to give you exact examples off the top of my head, just coming out of Lolla. But like, I'm sure there's plenty of examples. If I had some time to look something up, I could give you some examples. There are plenty of them out there, and it's a huge topic being talked about right now, as I see it, with his airport disaster, right? He got stopped in the airport and was interrogated. Do you know really how long he was interrogated?
Do you have any feedback?
Okay, yeah, no, he's definitely okay. Yeah, he's a Sex Destiny fan, 100%. Oh yeah, no, he's either a Sex Destiny fan or a Slop Tube fan, 1000%. This dude is probably in the chat watching right now. The airport disaster that the Department of Homeland Security admitted took place, that was covered. He said he's not extremely online. If you were to ask a bus driver if they tuned into one of the slop tubers that covered it and said he lied about being detained at the airport versus the international press, including every single American news outlet that covered it, I wonder if the bus driver would be aware of me as a person who was detained as a political dissident or as a person who was lying about their detention. Yeah, only one community does this talking point. Exactly. He's like, I'm not very online, but like, remember when I don't even know it was disputed. It's not. It's not a disputed thing. It's only, these people live in their own bubble. They live in their own bubble. They get all the information from Reddit. Yeah, bro, my grandmother knows about your airport story from mainstream. This is when you're existing in this like incredibly tight-knit echo chamber.
For him, that could be more aligned with your politics?
That's a great question. I think like I believe in having like a view of socialism in that side of point and like stuff like that. But I think like they need to be able to, I guess, come a little bit more to the center or more, I guess, right in a way, because they're so far left, to incorporate more views of what I would believe in, I guess, personally. Obviously, that may not work for him, but that's what he would do for me. He would have to move, like, God, I mean, I'm not a huge socialist at all. I believe in, like, private capital and, you know, companies and firms and stuff like that.
How much private capital does this man have, I wonder?
I believe Hasan doesn't. Hasan has said multiple times that he's like luring in these center to left people to become more and more left. That's why he's doing this.
Yeah, why is this a bad thing? Well, yeah, I am. I want average Democrats to actually advocate, like average Democrat voters, to actually advocate for the changes that they want. That's number one, because these are things that they truly believe in, like socialized medicine, for example. And I want right-wingers to also advocate for socialized medicine and become leftists. Yes, this is what I want. It's not a secret.
I think he said that on multiple things. I looked a little bit into Hasan Piker, but yeah, I don't know what he could do to really help, I guess.
Is there...
I love seeing stuff like this because, like, it once again reminds me of the profile of the type of person. Like, it puts a face to the commentary. Like, the Norman or Norman adjacent people that are out in the real world that are willing to go on camera and say these things and like what their worldview looks like. Because this has been what, 3 minutes of just him being like, I don't really like him because I saw clips and I don't really know much about him. But also, here are my favorite clips that I've seen from my favorite content creator, who I will not name because if you Google is a sex pest, and that makes me embarrassed.
Allow me to interject. Is there something that he said that you thought was too far left?
I think like a lot of things are too far left. I mean, like to re-educate like capitalists, like to if he was to have his government, he would have to do re-education camps, meaning.
This is your brain on the online debate sphere. If this is all you consume, this is what you're going to come across as in broad daylight in the real world.
We would send capitalists who don't agree to a camp to re-educate them on how socialism works. And I believe that's a little bit too far left for me.
Locked in. Hell no. Fuck that motherfucker. Why? Want to tell him? He a bitch.
I like him because sort of that guy said he sucked, and I don't sort of trust the vibes he is going. Not you, the guy who walks past you. And I like what he stands for. He is doing some good work. I'm not a super huge fan or anything, but from what I've seen, he does some good stuff, and I appreciate that.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I started off, you know, at the right pipeline. I guess I was part of the mix of kids that 2017 like era YouTube about edginess, filthy frame.
Look, that dude is not white. Look, this is what I mean when I say the internet has brought about an incredibly diverse movement of like racialized politics from people who do not even, people who are not even a part of the race that they are propping up. Do you understand? This is what I mean when I say the new alt-right meta is not the same as like the David Duke meta. A lot of people still abide by the old school standards, and they think like the average teenager that is subscribing to the alt-right shit is just simply white. This is not the case anymore. And this doesn't mean that like white supremacy isn't just overwhelmingly defended by white people. Of course, the overwhelming majority of white supremacists are white. Having said that, there are a lot of kids that resemble alt-right politics, that defend alt-right politics without, and alt-right politics is white supremacist politics, but they do that without even realizing that they are falling down this pipeline, okay? Andrew Tate is another example. You got Aiden Ross and all these other people that like are constantly funneling people into the Nick Fuentes of the world, and that audience is not just entirely white, okay? This is why I always say, like, it's not the old meta any longer, okay? It's not the old meta any longer. This isn't like to hyper focus on like marginalized people to say that they are the ones who are only upholding white supremacy or anything. I started as a Ben Shapiro fan as a brown Muslim man. Yeah, there are a fuck ton of people in here. There are a fuck ton of people in here who started on that pipeline and moved away from that worldview that don't resemble what you would think would be the average white supremacist. Okay? Straight up.
iDubbbz, Max Mofo. But over time, things have gotten a lot more bad. And I got out of that sort of era, that edginess. And I came across Hasan through like hate. The socialist take about how like, oh, well, he's a socialist. He has money, obviously. I think the running joke is that he lives in a mansion. But I watched him briefly to see what he was about, to see if what the clips online were true. Surprised they were like out of context. So I ended up just sticking around, and I grew awareness, and I grew more clarity on situations that I wouldn't have thought about me being myself more nuanced. And
Hell yeah.
I'm really glad I came across him, even if it was initially for like.
Look, I'm a Mexican man. I started as a lib, got trapped in the right-wing YouTuber funnel, and you pulled my ass out of that shit. Big ups, big dog. This is why I do what I do, okay? This is why a lot of people will be like, oh, dude, you are centering whiteness in your politics or whatever the people are criticizing me over on a daily basis. It's like, yeah, there's a method to this madness, okay? This is the method. This is why I do what I do, so that everyone, no matter what their background is, can come together in this community and fully know that they are, at least to a certain degree, safe. It's not the safest space, okay? It's still an educational space. There's still going to be people here from all different walks of life, from different ideologies here, and even hateful people. But my goal is to try to change their minds, okay? Is this stream ever going to have a good volume mix? What the fuck is this yelling when you're commenting, but the video is actually basically muted? Dog, come on? No, never.
Hate comments and just hate watch. Now I have in my background on my laptop.
What was the moment that converted you?
I guess everyone depicted him online as like a very hateful individual, like a very like socialist, is very scary-esque vibe.
Barack Hussein Obama, I'm a brown guy who got stuck in an alt-right pipeline, then into the D community. Your honesty and dedicated work has pulled me out of that shit, and I'm forever thankful for that. It also doesn't hurt that, you know, a lot of the takes that I drop in here are right more often than they are wrong, you know?
Yeah, I think October 7th incident really converted me, because there was a lot of not pro-Palestine voices, and I was 100% not aware about the whole issue at all. And so just watching his coverage and his in-depth conversations and interviews that he's had with people, since especially coverage on like the pro-Palestine side is widely suppressed. And I'm glad that a little bit of it now, we're starting to see more coverage of it in a very like positive light. But yeah.
I was far more right before discovering you and before realizing that the only one standing for Palestine and having coherent values were those I was fighting before. I may be hypocritical, but but when I was LGBTQIA plus standing for Palestine, it totally changed my perspective.
Yeah, I was converted before, but that really like nailed it for me. So yeah.
And what's your message to him if you were watching?
Don't get stun locked a lot. There's a lot of comments. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for this or if he sees this. But I love your content. Do more IRL stuff. Be out more with IRL content. I love Fear and I love Will, Cutie, and Austin. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like him. He's a good man, and he always cites his sources, and he gives the news very well.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
I love Hasan Piker.
Bro, the girly pop nation is alive and well, dude. That's crazy. It was all like cheese dick white dudes that were broiest that were passing by, too scared to actually offer commentary on why they hate me and just being like, he's a bitch. That's why I don't like him. Except for that one guy who was like, I don't like him. Here is the reason. Because I saw clips. But it's all the girly pop nation that is like united. That's crazy.
Because we became mutuals on Twitter in like 2014. We've always just been mutuals ever since then. Love your content and Free Palestine.
How did you become mutuals? Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't know.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
I think he did like a follow spree. I think I followed him and then he just followed me back. So love your content, King. Keep doing what you're doing.
We love you, Hasan.
Thank you, guys.
Who's Hasan Piker?
Twitch
Hold on.
streamer and an activist.
I don't know Hasan
Oh,
Piker.
okay.
I love Hasan Piker.
Fill me in.
Let's go.
Oh, he sounds like a cool guy.
Do you know
Hasan
who he is?
Piker.
He's a Twitch streamer and an activist.
Twitch streamer and activist. What does he advocate for?
Socialist practices,
Socialist practices.
Medicare for all, money out of politics.
Theoretically, that would be great. Oh, so wait. Is this bait?
No, it's not bad.
Listen to me, dude. I don't know Hasan Piker, but based off what you just told me, it'd be pretty nice if we all had some Medicare. But you know,
W. Hasan Piker.
you know what? Yeah, I like Hasan Piker.
I like Hasan Piker. I think he's hot.
Hasan Piker. I like that he just keeps it real, and I think he tells the truth a lot more
W's.
than others. He exposes a lot of things that we don't see in mass media or competitors. Plus, he has a great personality, in my opinion.
Has he changed your idea of American politics?
Yeah.
I think he shows a lot of the news. He obviously gives his own opinion, but also, you know, allows the viewers to kind of see for themselves and form their own opinions a little bit.
I like Hasan Piker because I identify with his values a lot. He's no bullshit. He criticizes the Democrats and the Republicans. I mean, I'm no Republican, but I really appreciate his part in the space. That's it. All right.
And how did you first discover him?
During COVID, I just hopped on his stream, I guess. Yeah.
You've been a listener ever since?
Ever since.
Do you have any feedback for him?
No, I don't. No, it's hard to criticize him from where I stand. I like
I'm the #1 apolitical top centrist streamer, baby. Let's go.
him a lot.
What do we say?
Hasan Piker, we
Hasan
love
Piker,
you.
we love you so much,
Hasan
bro.
Piker.
I'm so proud of everything that you're doing.
Hasan Piker.
Hey, Hasan Piker, I mean, I think we should definitely tax the rich. I mean, Elon Musk, I mean,
Okay.
richest person in the world. I mean, what do you think?
I was not expecting that from this crowd, bro. What the dudes wearing jerseys with Oakleys to a festival being like, we gotta tax the rich, big dog. Hell yeah.
I think of Hasan Piker.
Wait, what about Hasan Piker? He's cool.
You like him?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you like him? What do you want to see out of American politics?
Out of American politics, I want to see the modern American politics help the people and help.
Like this is expected. Okay. The Bradley Martin collabs tapped in that audience.
General community instead of helping the rich.
I think he does a really great job at introducing like just some very general level leftist ideas to kind of normie people, you know, people who might not otherwise find themselves engaged in politics, kind of realize that they align with the progressive movement a lot more than they might have thought originally, and I think we need more of that.
So what specifically of what he has said would you say has changed your idea of American politics?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think just knowing like my worth as a citizen, you know, specifically and just kind of people and less about kind of the establishment politics and knowing that I deserve unions and I deserve, you know, just my workers' rights rather than just kind of bowing down to whatever the Democratic establishment tells me. And I think that's gone a long way for me personally and for those in my life. And I just think that's a great message for everybody.
I love Hasan. Hasan's awesome, right?
You do?
He's the shit.
Do you like
Wait,
him?
what did he say?
I love Hasan. Hasan's awesome, right?
You do?
He's the shit.
Oh, he said he's the shit. I thought he said, I love Hasan, man. He's a piece of shit.
Do you like him?
I love Hasan Piker.
Why do you love him?
I just watch him every day, and I think his
Hell
political takes
yeah.
are great.
Like which ones? Could you be more specific?
His stances on Palestine and all of that, and like his stance on the Trump administration.
Do you have any feedback for him?
Not really. I think everyone can believe in what they want to believe in. Like, he's very liberal for me, but I do agree with a lot of his takes.
I do like Hasan. I do think he deserves more nuanced takes. Oftentimes, he doesn't concede on things that he might be wrong on.
Like what specifically?
I don't know. I just think he generalizes a lot. I don't like his foreign policy generalizations mostly. But, you know, I do think he gives insightful stuff overall. I do want to say I like him, but he needs to learn to be more palatable. And
That's
maybe
definitely a NATO Andy. 100. That's a NATO Andy right there for sure. It's cool though. I mean, look. We did NATO. Look, I'm a Ryan Ruth fan. You know, I have space in here for NATO Andys, for the AUKUS Jacks. Okay. Yeah, Ryan Ruth's son, dude. Free Ryan Ruth, baby. Till it's spelled backwards. No, there's definitely a lot of people who still, I know that is, with the exception of like what the Palestine conversation has turned into now, but even in the beginning phases, I think a part of the reason why a lot of people were reflexively angry at me for saying what I was saying since October 8th, 2023, was because a lot of people are just like, no, of course, America says this is good, and therefore it's good, you know? Ironically, I came here after October 7th because although I did have a negative opinion of you, though thought you were pro-Russia and a rich hypocrite, all I could see was propaganda everywhere, and I figured that since you were Muslim, you'd have a better opinion, never left since. Jesus Christ. My opinion is not because I'm Muslim. I'll take it, though. Sure. You have a very Muslim opinion. That's crazy.
Be more compromising in his positions because oftentimes he does say a lot of outlandish. Overall, I do like you, Hasan, but like, you know, concede a little bit. A little bit. Okay, that's it.
What kind of sauce does a DJ put in his pizza?
He's a DJ.
Ready? Yeah. Marinara?
What do you get when you cross an elephant and a fish?
What?
Hell if I know.
A lot of people say he's extreme. I disagree. I think that he sees the way the country could go in more of a, like he sees it as a democratic socialist way that it could go as opposed to just straight communism, which I don't see necessarily anything wrong with either way, but he sees it as a gradual thing that we should get more social safety nets to uplift our citizens. You know, we should have just ways that we can equalize things as opposed to the way it is now, the status quo.
What do you like about his politics?
I like how open he is about what's going on not only in America but in the world, and he offers a great point of view to video game nerds. So, yeah, I think he's just a progressive guy who doesn't support the killings of innocent people and wants everyone to live their own life.
Do you have any feedback for him?
No, not at all. No, I don't think so. I like him. I'm like not like he's not like my main person. You know what I mean?
More than half of the criticisms are that you are either a liberal or a reformist. Yeah, you would think that judging by this video, you'd think that like the American vanguard is ready for my command to seize control over the workers' councils that we've already created, you know? And I'm too much of a libtard to like actually say, go ahead.
Who's your main person?
I don't know. I don't think I have a main person.
In news, you're saying?
Oh, in news?
No, I mean, who is your main person overall?
Ariana Grande.
He stands for betterment of the regular people. He's for the people. He is against capitalism, against the rich billionaires. Fuck the billionaires. And I love Hasan.
You like him? Yeah. Why? Because I think he has a lot of good takes. I liked his campaign with Zoran Mamdani. I thought that was really interesting. Yeah.
Do you have any feedback for him?
Come to Chicago.
Yes, we do like Hasan
I
Piker.
love Hasan Piker.
Why do you like him /love?
Well, first of all, he's Turkish and he's smart.
He is.
And then he hangs around with Cenk Uygur in a podcast, and I follow him on Instagram and YouTube. So that's how we watch him. Keep it coming, and be strong. Fight for what's right.
Unk, W Unk. That was crazy.